Well, welcome. I always feel the formality of the day, and yet coming from that breakfast and getting to greet so many family and friends, I just sort of walk in here beaming, and the formality subsides just a little bit because it just feels like celebration. My name is Sarah Turner, and I am so glad to be with you. This is one of my favorite days of the year. Not only because we're celebrating all of the accomplishments and all of the hard work that's gone into being here, but because it's a morning when we get to be together in the fullness of a school, what we think of as a school, a whole school. And it's rare for our group to come fully together because so much of the time is spent at your individual bench or in a tuning room, understanding the unique nuances of a particular piano, or in the field working on a project. So it's really special when we can all just be together and be joined by our family and our friends, the people who helped to make today possible and really represent the fullness of what this school is. Today you'll get to hear from a few people who represent what I think of as our extended community, and also what I think of as the truly grand collaboration that it takes to be a whole school. So many of you have experienced this while you've been here. Part of your education has also been in partnership, whether that's been with educational partners or employers or cultural sites or museums or clients or guilds. You've already experienced that so much of what's happening in your education is happening outside of school, and in many ways that's a doorway to the things that you'll do next. But as you listen to the remarks today, I hope you'll also just take a moment, all of us, just to really be present in this beautiful, beautiful space, the Old North Church. North Bennett Street School has been hosting our graduations here for many years, and still it's a small but really meaningful part and legacy of what this place can offer community and what can offer this school. We're in a building, as our preservation carpenters know, that was built in 1723. It's been a significant part of our country's history. I know our school has had the opportunity to partner with the church over the years to help take care of it and understand it better from a building point of view. It's most famous, as you know, as being a key site and key player in the American Revolution. But it's also been a site for so many people's lives, all of their stories and their hopes and their struggles, and they were sitting here just as you are in all of these pews today, and all of these boxes today. I'm very grateful to the church for hosting us, for the Old North Church Foundation for hosting us, and they're doing very meaningful work making the stories of their history come alive and telling those stories in new and honest ways so we can understand really the long legacy that we're a part of. I encourage you to read about their programs, learn what they're doing. One of the things I love about the way that they storytell is they're telling about individuals, but they're also telling about our interdependence. And that's really what I think makes for the progress and the evolution of the community. I'll spend a couple minutes on those ideas because history and progress and evolution of community is all done by individuals, but it's done best when it's done in collaboration. And we're so aware that so much of what we have to offer happens because we have strong partners and we have strong community relationships. I've talked a little bit about how that happens on a whole school scale. I've mentioned the guilds and the employers, the clients, the cultural centers. But these also happen on a very individual scale, and I hope that's been part of the experience that you've had in your education. I'm thinking very specifically of the ways that you probably needed help in the shop. Some project you were working on you couldn't do solo. You needed someone to help you with that. I'm thinking about the ways that you needed to lean on each other when you were working on an instrument or unloading lumber from a lumber run into the school. So you've done this every day. You've been in side-by-side, shoulder-to-shoulder work with people who are very different from you, people who have had life paths very different from you. Like the microphone's talking back a little bit, I can see. You shared shop space with people who are having their first experience in higher education. You've been with people who have had long careers and experience both from life and work and from other studies. We've got people here who have gotten their educations from home, from work, from service, and they have come together with people who have had very specialized skill sets in their backgrounds. I hope you've had a chance to take this sort of storytelling, this before and after, in our current exhibition. It really shows some of the stories of what people were doing before they got to North Bennett Street School, the choice they made to pursue a new path, but how all of that experience intersects in our daily work together. That's been young people. That's been people with a little more experience under their belts. That's been people from Boston, people from all around the country, people from outside of the country, all coming together in this very specialized school for a short time to have this intense and dynamic collaboration. Because we're so small as a school, and even though we're full today, we're still small. We feel this. We really feel the intensity of the difference in person that's here and the way that people are asked to collaborate. And that affects us, and it's important to us, and I think it's really rare, and it's really special. It's so special to find a place that has a common purpose, that brings such a range of people together. I think it really speaks to the endurance of our fields, that so many people want to become furniture makers and piano tuners and carpenters and bookbinders. And it speaks to the breadth of our interests, that people want to come to North Bennett Street School to grow and challenge themselves at any stage of their life and from any background. So think about the people that were next to you. I hope that you'll carry the experiences that you learned from them when you go out into the world. You'll continue to collaborate, of course, and I hope that some of those skills are the skills that you learned along with the technical, the material, and the tool skills that you got here. I think North Bennett doesn't take this situation for granted. It's something that we think of as being very unique because it's easy for us as we leave school to gravitate towards communities where we find kindred spirits and where we find people who think like us and approach life the way we do. But it's much more rare to have a truly meaningful experience and a lasting collaboration with people that have different viewpoints from you. It's one of the things I feel protective about the school, making sure that we protect a space where people can come together around a shared love of tools and material and care and refinement and understanding. And do this through building instruments and binding books and making and repairing buildings. And do this both through history and through service. I think the school is a special place that really respects all kinds of intelligence, all kinds of knowledge, ability, approach, and life paths. Our fields will be stronger if we carry this with us, if we carry this sense of shared talent, shared experience with us. I think that will strengthen our fields. It's one of the things we look to alumni to do, not only lead your own careers, but be contributors to dynamic and thriving fields that adapt at the same time as they preserve. It's really through you that North Bennett Street School leaves the North End and goes out into the world. And we hope that you'll keep in touch, that you'll tell us about what you're doing and where you're taking what you learned and reflect that back to us, because it's how we see the impact and the effect of our school in the world. On this theme of collaboration, I want to thank people. It's one of my favorite things to do because there are always so many people to thank. First, I want to thank the family and friends that are joining us. It's wonderful to get to talk to you when we visit at the school. I hope that as you spend time today, you'll talk to not only the people that you're here to celebrate, but learn about the folks that they studied with. We know it takes more than just an individual to get through an education and to succeed in an education. So thank you to the friends and families and partners and pets that made this possible. Many of you tuning in remotely, thank you for being here. Perhaps closest to our students are our faculty, our instructors, and mentors. I can see them all kind of lined up in the back. Not only does their work represent really the highest level of skill that they're sharing with our students, but they orchestrate so much learning across an entire program. They're teaching to a group, they're calibrating to individuals, they're adjusting this and lining this up to real-world projects. It's an amazing orchestration that they do between learning and individuals and project and field and bench. It's truly a grand orchestration. So thank you. It requires such incredible dynamism to do what you do. So thank you very much. back so I can really see you and speak to you when I get to make remarks. Our instructors don't do it alone. They are supported and partnered by teaching assistants, a fairly new cohort at North Bennett Street School, a new group of talent. The TA program is one that gives opportunity to recent graduates so that they can develop and take further the skill sets they've learned, becoming teachers and mentors themselves one day. So thank you to the TAs for the way that you bring your education, your work, and experience back to support our students and our faculty. TAs. Very, very proud TA being held up by the carpentry program, Lori Nance being very well represented in absence. This is how much the TAs matter. My appreciation always goes to the staff also. This is a group that works slightly more behind the scenes, and they are attending to every piece of what it is to make the school strong, to make the school run. The staff's work touches almost every aspect and every part of the fullness of North Bennett Street School. They always have an eye for how things can be better, where opportunities exist, and how we can interconnect all the parts of our community. So to the staff, to the administration, thank you. And I think that I've thanked him enough years, it won't surprise him anymore. I do want to thank Tony Malionek. It's always nice because it lets us just lift our eyes a little bit. Tony's our organist today. He's high up in the balcony. Tony is a graduate of both our basic and advanced piano programs. And having Tony play, it really is part of what makes today so special, and it's a marker of continuity and ritual. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Every spring, when we hear that music and we parade down through the North End and we hear the fife and the drum, these are all signals that we're launching a new group of alumni out into the world. And I'm so keen, as you can hear, and so aware of all the people that it takes to do this. So I'd also just like to make sure that I extend my thanks to a group that you might not see as much, but it's working with a lot of strength, heart, and passion behind the scenes, and that's our board of directors and our board of advisors. Several of them are here today. I hope you'll get to say hello. These are an extended group of people who work on a volunteer basis, and they advocate for us, they bring their best ideas to us, and they help us extend into the community. They work closely with me, with students, with faculty, and they show up time and time again to share their insights and their expertise. And we'll get to meet Jeannie Thorndike in a minute, but I just want to thank all of the directors and advisors. Thank you. There's a couple over there. So with all of our thanks to all of those groups, I hope what you hear in that is really the fullness of a community that supports you, the fullness of a community that not only made this education possible, but can serve as a resource and a source and a wellspring as you go forward. We'll be cheering for you. I want to send you all of my congratulations on your hard work, on your tenacity, on the ways that you face not knowing how to do things and persevere to figure them out. Because it's really been you that's built this moment. And we are so, so proud to have you as our alumni, and so proud to see North Bennett go with you in practice into community. Cheers. Congratulations, graduates. And now I'd like to introduce one of the people I just mentioned. She's the chair of our board of directors. You know that now as a group that really helps to guide the school and helps it to flourish. Jeannie Thorndike is a graduate of our cabinet and furniture making program. As I mentioned, she's our current chair of our board of directors, and she has such a deep, deep heart for North Bennett. She has such a commitment to all that it means to be a school, a keen sense of building community both in the school and connecting us further, always looking for the ways that we can do our best and look for solutions that will take us further. So Jeannie, thank you for your care, for your leadership. Welcome.
Good morning, and congratulations to all of you. I'm so proud of all of you. It's been a lot of hard work, I know. Today, we honor a distinguished graduate with the Alumni Award. which is given each year to a graduate for professional accomplishments, contributions to industry, and work with schools and organizations which promote excellence in craft. I'm delighted to announce this year's 2024 Distinguished Alumni Award goes to Dan Faia. Dan is a master craftsman whose professional journey began when he graduated from the cabinet and furniture making program in 1994. For the last 3 decades, he's honed his skills as a woodcarver, furniture maker, chair maker, and educator. Dan currently operates a woodworking studio where he teaches small group workshops in Rollinsford, New Hampshire. When Dan isn't teaching or working on period reproductions or custom commissions, he is usually busy in his shop pursuing his passion for traditional wood carving. Dan's work is displayed in both private and public collections. Last year, Dan was awarded the prestigious Cartouche Award by the Society of American Period Furniture Makers, which honors a craftsman that has demonstrated a lifetime excellence in period furniture making and inspired others. Dan joined North Bennett Street's faculty in the cabinet furniture making department in 2006, after first teaching workshops and helping to create the still popular 3-month furniture making intensive. He served as department head from 2010 to 2013, refining the curriculum and devoting his attention to individual student progress and success. He has taught at various schools throughout New England, including the Furniture Institute of Massachusetts and the Connecticut Valley School of Woodworking. He frequently writes articles and produces videos for fine woodworking, is an active member of the New Hampshire Furniture Masters, the Guild of New Hampshire Woodworkers, and the Society of American Period Furniture Makers, where he often presents and exhibits, as well as at other organizations, including Colonial Williamsburg and the Museum of Fine Arts Boston. Dan's exceptional woodworking skills are matched by his teaching skills. The hundreds of fortunate students he has taught and mentored have gained not only knowledge, but an inspiration for excellence and passion for craftsmanship. Please congratulate Dan Faia, our 2024 Distinguished Graduate. Unfortunately, Dan Faia can't be here today to receive our award, but he did write some remarks, which I will read to you, channeling Dan. Thank you to my fellow alumni for choosing me as this year's recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award. It is an honor to be included with the talented people who previously received this recognition. I'm very grateful for spending the last 30 years and counting doing what I truly love. Woodworking is not just my career, it is an extension of who I am. And I am excited to keep moving forward and growing as a maker. Congratulations to all of today's graduates. I'm sorry that I was unable to be here to celebrate this day with you. I'd like to share a few words of advice as you look forward to your next step. This is only the tip of the iceberg. There are always more skills to learn and more ways to improve your craft. I can't stress enough the value and importance of mentorship. Look for every opportunity available to meet people in the field and soak up as much information and knowledge as you can. Be humble, open-minded, and willing to work hard. There will be bumps in the road, but with honesty, integrity, and dedication, you'll persevere. Finally, if you find yourself on the wrong path, don't be afraid to chart a new course. Have confidence in yourself. Do what makes you happy, and you'll end up right where you're meant to be. I wish you well in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you so much. I have the great pleasure to introduce our graduation speaker. And it starts actually way back in the winter time when I start collecting names and ideas for who might be the right voice to connect to our graduates in the spring. I've tended away from people who work directly in our fields. And instead, I've looked for people who can help us see the places that we're connected to, where our work could go, what is meaningful about what North Bennett offers to other people's efforts. I first met Klare Shaw through her work at the Liberty Mutual Foundation. She was serving as the National Director of Programs for their corporate giving, And in this, she was reaching to assist nonprofits doing work locally in Boston, all the way to Seattle, and parts in between. But it was really her work as the board chair of the Urban Farming Institute here in Mattapan that captured my attention and made me more curious. Because here was a person who was managing a foundation team that was granting over $40 million in contributions across the country, and yet she was still digging in deep to her leadership to help a small historic farm in Boston establish itself as a site of learning, growing, producing food, and supporting neighbors. This was someone with truly national reach, influence, and she was making sure that she was investing in the local of the earth efforts, skilled efforts. I wanted to know more, and it was pretty easy to learn more. Clare's name came up as I found all of the ways that intersect community advocacy, philanthropy, social justice, education, historic preservation. It seemed like Clare's work was touching every circle. Her experience has been built from leadership roles across public, private, and corporate philanthropy, from early days at the State Arts Council, which is now the Mass Cultural Council, to becoming the executive director of the Bank of New England Foundation and the Boston Globe Foundation. She developed a focus in the arts and K-12 education through her work at the Barr Foundation and at EdVestors, where she helped to advance arts learning for thousands of Boston public school students. She partnered with the city and with educational and nonprofit organizations, always finding ways to center and intersect youth, Black, Indigenous, and communities of color, art, and culture. And when I met her, farming as a form of social and community empowerment. It was exciting to me to see these powerful intersections of her leadership, agency, advocacy, and heart for Boston and far, far beyond, from the neighborhood truly to the nation. It reminded me of how many forms good, meaningful work can take when you give it time and talent, and when you work at what's right at hand, even as you want to work to reach further. So Claire, thank you so much for all you've done. Thank you for being with us today. Welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. Your leadership here has continued to propel North Bennett Street School's recognition as one of Boston's preeminent institutions. I think you'll all agree. That students show that's up is humbling. It's so amazing. So this is a very special place to produce that level of work. Thank you to Jeannie and other members of the NBSS board and other school supporters who are present. It's very moving to be surrounded by you, the 90-plus graduates from the 9 career training programs, your spouses, partners, friends, and families. I know you'll join me in thanking the faculty and staff of the school who send you into the world armed with exceptional skills and enthusiasm. Finally, let's express appreciation to the graduates. I'm sure it's not been an easy road, and I don't doubt that there were even times, just between you and me, you can fess up, when you probably wanted to stop your training or maybe take a different path, but all of you persisted, and here you are today. So congratulations. In many ways, I'm an unusual speaker for your commencement. I'm not a professor, a public intellectual, an artist, or a politician. But I am a second-generation Bostonian. I was born in Roxbury. And through a lifelong career in philanthropy and a commitment to building community, I've left fingerprints in many places throughout the city, even here. On about 10 occasions, I've had the opportunity to be connected with this school. Many times as your program officer who assessed NBSS for funding, then other times as a community member who was a beneficiary of the skills from your piano technology programs. Once I was a consumer, purchasing a beautiful ring at a benefit from one of your jewelry making students. And I connected twice as a member of an educational working group that forged connections with the Boston Public Schools through piano technology and locksmithing and security. That was with Madison Park, and piano technology is through the Arts Expansion Initiative. And occasionally, I even functioned as a sounding board when NBSS was working on its plan for diversity, equity, and inclusion, trying to push forward to meet the changes needed for the social justice moment that America required. NBSS is even connected with an urban agricultural organization I help govern, which Sarah mentioned, the Urban Farming Institute of Boston. We live in a world that is increasingly interconnected, where a faculty member from your school works on jewelry that appears at an exhibit that you can see as you visit the MFA. Or a member of the piano technology program repairs an instrument in the 12th Baptist Church that my grandfather attended. That connection gives us an incredible opportunity for lasting impact and the opportunity to be of service. I've had an unusual spring. It was a spring where I attended a record number of graduations, but also funerals. My mom passed recently. It's made me a little reflective and pensive, but it's also made me think about legacy. Being present at these events has really made me think about and consider what for many people are the bookends of life. Commencements, which are the recognition of your formal skill building, where graduates is viewed as having the training and intellectual prowess to enter the world of work or advanced studies. It is your launching pad, whether it is a graduation from high school, college, MBSS, or medical school. It acknowledges the beginning of your professional career. And the other end of the path is your funeral, which is a time when people gather to assess your life, enumerate your contributions, and attest to your character. What I would like to speak to you about is that space in between. That space is where you fill the time with the skills, your time, talent, and treasure to define yourself and craft your legacy. I would suggest that NBSS prepares you to develop your legacy by fostering 3 critical ingredients: creativity, inclusion, and service. The first ingredient is creativity. It's evident in the coursework and the skills imparted here. It's in the preservation carpentry program, where you are adapting ancient techniques to solve modern problems. Creativity is shown in alluring work made in courses such as cabinet and furniture making and jewelry making and repair. But it also shows up in particularly elegant solutions devised in bookbinding, violin making, and repair or carpentry. Your education at NBSS allows you to use your passion and abilities to produce innovative solutions that beautify and uplift. I've learned of students using advanced technologies to mirror hand-hewn details. Imagine using your 21st century skills to reproduce the appearance of work from past eras. Fortunately, these innovative approaches multiply. And to quote Maya Angelou, you cannot use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. How you utilize that creativity helps frame your legacy. The second ingredient is inclusion, which NBSS projects by its very existence. Unlike some other schools, you have students here who are both traditional and non-traditional, with representation from a wide variety of ages, professions, life experiences, and origins. Sarah's spoken about some of that. I saw the work today from a student who was a retired surgeon, a recent high school graduate, and a U.S. military veteran. This meshing is furthered by your PB&J Wednesdays, where you get to mingle over lunch with people you might never have met outside of these walls. Here, it is just assumed that one will be learning with someone who has a different perspective. You may be creating beside someone who did not converse in English as their native language, or someone who is LGBTQ. Learning to form a community with such a diverse group of people is key for your future success. It exposes you to new ways of being and prepares you to emphasize and empathize and to engage with our increasingly varied world that is so influenced by culture, technology, and media. How you embrace that inclusion and bring the real widens your lens and helps add to your legacy. The final ingredient is service. The history of service runs deep in this institution. I saw the exhibit on the walls, and it's extraordinary. So, as you know, founded in 1881 as a settlement house that was begun to help immigrants and those who lacked resources, the origins have just evolved and evolved, and now the school's become the dynamo that it is at present. Offering 9 career training programs, over 15 community education classes and partnerships, we've got a store, exhibitions, public programming, community meetings, and more. During this 143-year-old evolution as a professional craft school, the tradition of service has remained intact. You've got 3,500 alumni living in every United States and 23 countries. They preceded you in making strong community ties and using their artistry to improve society. You can carry forward that practice and use your skills in impactful ways, adding another ingredient to your legacy. How you serve others helps define your success and adds fulfillment and balance to your life. I've already referenced the piano tuning program where students tune and repair pianos for aspiring young musicians in the Boston Public Schools. But the school also has extraordinary individuals, such as a recent graduate who I'm told gained new training specifically to travel and provide security and safety to a community in another part of the country, transplanting knowledge from Boston elsewhere. The depth of talent in that student exemplifies so much of what you gain and what you give at North Bennett Street School. May you continue to use your skills for creativity, inclusion, and service, and contribute solutions that will distinguish your legacy and benefit our world. Congratulations.
At this point, we'll move to the most formal part of the program, the thing that we all came here for today, which is the conferring of diplomas. And I'll invite Claire Fruitman up. Claire will walk us through. Claire, as many of you know, is our provost. She's also a graduate of our cabinet and furniture making program, a program that she also taught in for a number of years. And it's worth also mentioning that Claire is a repeat visitor. So even after her graduation and before she worked here, Claire would continue to come to this event in order to sort of tap back into the energy of North Bennett. This is her 30th graduation, attending her 30th graduation. Claire, welcome.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and thank you, Claire. So as it says in the printed program, finishing the requirements for graduation at North Bennett Street School takes hard work, commitment, and dedication. We're here today to celebrate the extraordinary achievements of the class of 2024. I'll ask the instructors of the program to come forward first. Graduates, when I call your name, please come forward to accept your diploma. The easiest way to do this is to start on your left side where your instructors will be standing, and then make your way back to your seat going down the steps to your right. We should all take note of the diploma covers, which were made by bookbinding students. And the table holding the diploma necklace was made by graduating cabinet and furniture making student Isaac Waltz. Please welcome the bookbinding instructors Jeff Altepeter, Martha Kearsley, and teaching assistant Ariana Rutledge. And you'll notice the extra special diploma covers that the bookbinders have. They were made by their classmates for them specifically. Perfect. All right, graduating today in bookbinding, Louise Capizzo. Elizabeth Grab. Fox Nash. Jacqueline Martin. Spike Minogue. India Patel. Jennifer Pyburn. Emily Stanley. Welcome the Preservation Carpentry instructors, Stephen O'Shaughnessy, Michael Burry, and teaching assistants Tom Eldridge and Sophie Linnell. Graduating today from Preservation Carpentry, Thomas Carbeck. Kenneth Cook. Maya Meltzner. Welcome locksmithing and security technology instructor Eddie Dacius and teaching assistant Christian Locke. Graduating today in locksmithing and security technology, Asia Baker. Antonio Sylvester. Please welcome jewelry making and repair instructors Tracy Jenkins-Dargy, Haley Philemon, and teaching assistant Eben Sear. Graduating today in jewelry making and repair, Caitlin Gozy. Cody Nguyen. Jahari Ortega. Sarah Pentinen. Zachary Wesselman. Carpentry instructors Peter Smith, Brock Leyendecker, and teaching assistant Lori Vance. Graduating today in carpentry, Andrew Brown. Carolyn Clark. Dover. Joseph Fitzpatrick. Alex Francois. Joseph Chandrolis. Robert Greenwood. Cal Hamandi. Christina Hodel. Brett Lewis. Frank Marr. Sean McCabe. Angus McDougall. Melissa McGinnis. Omar Ocasio. Davin Pika. Nicole Pisco. Nestor Ponce. Alex Kamala. Denise Reardon. Keith Ricci. Jojo Scott. Nelson Torres. Tawiwi Vital. Liam Warren. Gregory Wood. And I just want to mention that the carpenters go out and work on site in all kinds of weather, and I wanted to note that 2 students had perfect attendance despite the weather. They are Jojo Scott and Leon Warren. Sear, Emily Townsend, Will Roper, Hillary York, and teaching assistants Jen Gold, Corey Malaw, and Tom Porter. Graduating today from Basic Piano Technology, Wesley Ballard. Jamie Bonfietti. Fletcher Calderbank. Sonny Fitzgerald. Matthew Brady Flannery. Jesse Michael Hand. Anna Holtum. Christine Hosfeld. Daniel Keeball. Rory McNeil. Evan Michaels. Zachary Romeos. Lillian Segura. Takai Smith. Benjamin Summerick. Graduating today from Advanced Piano Technology, Harrison Applegate Blitch. Terry Brown. Sydney Brunin. Kelly Purdy. Savannah Reamer. Elias Rivera. David Rule. Please welcome cabinet and furniture making instructors Jamie Pope, Ellen Casper, Nick Moraldo, Lance Patterson, Matt Wada, and teaching assistants Aiden Fitzgerald and Willie Tilton. Graduating today from cabinet and furniture making, Nicholas Boston. Ryan Daly. Morgan Fogg. Brendan Garrity. Wesley Crasco. David Labrie. Hugo Nakashima Brown. Christine Ortiz. Matthew Romick. Evan Schumer. George Skazafaba. Gregory Simcoe. Isaac Waltz. Danielle Whites. Please welcome violin making and repair instructor Roman Barnes. Graduating today in violin making and repair, Rhea Burdick. Anya Cheney. Richard Stroshane. I think I got everybody. So before we leave, I have a few parting words. I'll probably cry. You can join me if you want. As Sarah said, I've been at a number of graduations. The first time I attended a North Bennett Street School graduation was when I was a new cabinet furniture making student in 1994. Walter McDonald, my predecessor, who is sitting somewhere right there, was up here saying the names, announcing the names, and when he finished, he had some words of wisdom and encouragement, which I found so inspiring that I've come back every graduation since then. Long before I worked here, even when I didn't know anyone who was graduating, I would walk over from my shop. I sort of thought of it as my annual pep talk. So I'd like to share those same words with you today, and I hope you find them as inspiring as I still do. We may be almost finished here, but it's far from over. There's a lot more to do. There will be mistakes from which you will learn. There will be customers you hope never to see again. New methods, equipment, and materials will change the way you work. You will get better and faster. If you don't get it right, you have a chance to do it better the next time. There will be wonderful customers for whom you will do work over your entire career, and they will recommend you to their friends, and they will become your friends because of your work. There will be a time when you finish a job, look at it, and realize that a short time ago you could not have done it, and you would not have even known where to start. And you will realize how far you've come. So in closing, may your tools stay sharp, May your work be scheduled a year in advance. May your customers always be satisfied, pay in a timely manner, and without argument. You have skills and knowledge few people share, and you can use these skills to make life better for others. You can be justifiably proud of jobs well done. So now we're finished, and it's time for you to go out there and do great work. Congratulations.